Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing beautifully well. So we're looking at UFO videos, little green men from F-18 TPODs, I believe. You guys keep asking us continuously to look at the various UFO videos that have been released from the Pentagon. Pentagon declassifies leaked UFO videos. Now that does not mean UFO as in little green men, it just means literally unidentified flying object. It means a goose or a frisbee or something. So, you know, they're releasing videos it's just fun little videos for people to watch. They don't mean anything, and they're not trying to say that anything other than what they literally are, okay? So, let's have a look at this one first. I'm just picking one. And the interesting thing is, I mean, there is some interest in that, in this, in that we can actually look at TPODs, real life TPODs.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
So you can see that is a situational awareness cue there. So we can see where the camera, the TPOD camera, is actually panning in relation to our ship. So you can see the TPOD is actually panning around to the right in terms of that's our 12 o'clock position of the ship. So it's panning far out to horizon and right, which I find interesting.
My gosh.
Now here's really interesting. I haven't really watched these because they're a bit stupid really, but this object is moving left, from right to left. You see the clouds moving to the right or whatever those things are. Yet the TPOD, that's a situational awareness cue, is actually moving from left to right. So there's some trickery being done here.
They're all going against the wind.
Because that situational awareness cue is means we're heading that. So the cloud should be going like that, or the ground, or whatever that is. So that is not original, right? Unless someone could think of another way, unless they've somehow inverted the TPOD and the TPOD's upside down. It's the wrong way around.
The wind's 120 knots to the west.
Interesting thing is, guys are pointing out, laser code 1688 is a standard laser code, so it's not just standard in our DCS, it's standard in real life, which I find interesting, assuming that this is genuine stuff.
With laser search track and laser.
Right, yeah, so you got laser search. Oh, yeah, so that's the laser search track code. That's the laser designator code there. Right. I'm just saying, look at the bottom left is advanced M4. Do you reckon that's M4 as in mode 4 IFF? I'm just wondering why is that on the TPOD though? Is it something functionality that we don't have?
Probably because they can IFF through the TPOD.
Also, it says IR at the top. It can be IR or is it CCT? I can't remember, but IR or, you know, basically television camera. And I think that's saying, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's saying it's IR at the moment. Would you agree?
Yeah,
so
because down at the bottom, underneath the M4, you can see black.
So black is hot. So they've got black hot. So that thing there is hot. Whereas this thing here, whatever that is, it looks like clouds. For me, it actually seems like it's actually spun on its head. Okay, so that's all interesting, guys.
Look at that thing, dude.
Our current barometric altimeter is 25,000 feet. I'm presuming that means that there is just to get back to our main page. I just can't get my head around that. It's definitely moving left to right, the TPOD, but the ground is going the wrong way. There's something really weird about that. I reckon it's almost like the TPOD's got itself twisted around upside down.
Well, TPOD's moving, the plane's moving. The target's moving.
I don't think the plane movement would come into it. I reckon the TPOD's twisted itself right the way round. That's actually the sky, I reckon. Well, that's actually the ground,
plane's in a bank, right?
Yeah, but not up to full inverted.
That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is the LNS, dude. Well, if there's look at that thing.
Just to solve this, the thing, people obviously want to know, is it little green men? No, it's not. I'm not quite clever enough to figure it out, but what I can tell you is that this is wrong. It's not panning the right way, and that there is something that is, you know, it's like a camera lens. It's kind of stuck on the lens, if you know what I mean. Like a bug got swatted on the lens or something like that. You can just tell how this is working.
It's rotating.
Yeah.
It's rotating because it's stuck on the lens and it's twisting around in the wind or something like that. You can just tell because nothing there is moving correctly. Nothing there is moving correctly as if it were tracking an object. Just can't be.
The object is static.
The object is static. Well, it's moving with the plane or the camera. It's stuck on the camera. But they're trying to show it like it's looking like it's moving through the air where it's not. And we can prove that because it's not moving in relation to the background for the reasons I said before. Anyway, that's the way it is. Next one. Stand by. The only interesting thing is they said, oh, they're all over the place with the SA. That's a situational awareness cue, probably from their SA page, which would suggest there is lots of radar contacts all over the SA page, which we just have to assume is, you know, just them having fun.
They're not releasing that.
Well, I'll just say they're having fun or something like that. Trying to, you know, The Rio said, I found this thing. Let's try and make it look like a UFO. And then the pilot would have gone, I know what I can say to make them funny. Let's just say they're all over the SA page. Yeah.
Right.
And then they'll go and have a beer about it and laugh. And about 25 million people are going to sit and watch this freaking video now going, oh my God, it's little green men, guys. Right, next. The first thing to point out, unlike the first one, is that the scenery is moving in the right direction. So look at the situational awareness cue. That's us there. The first thing is it's pointed out forward and left, and it's moving right to left, which means the scenery should be moving up and right. Look at the scenery. Well, when it's panning anyway. Like that. You see? The scenery is moving correctly. So this is this is real footage from the TPOD, all moving correctly to the SA. Remember, the other one was either just completely fake or it was inverted. Probably inverted. It looked like the TPOD got twisted round, something stuck on the lens or something stuck in its field of view, and that's what it was last time. But this time, they are actually tracking something. So you can just tell the difference from that first bit. Let's carry on. We're in IR, we're on Black Hot. It's probably just the same guys messing around looking for funny things. So they're shouting because they're bored and want something to do. I've probably got a bright bollocking after this as well.
Watch the lines on either side of this as they go in and out. It's the wing fluffing.
Roger. There's troubleshooting.
Roger. I mean, yeah, you're right. It could be anything. It could be a bird. Could be it also be one of those things kids fly around. Drones. Could be something like that. Now the thing I'm guessing that makes it kind of controversial is the speed, right? You can see, look how fast the water is in the background, and that's because this TPOD is in narrow.
It's probably narrow, but it's also at the angles that the TPOD are at makes the scenery seem like it's going back.
What I'm saying is it means it's a close-angled lens at this point. So it's close-angled IR. And that means if this dot here, whatever it doesn't really even matter what it is. It's just a thing, a bird, a goose, drone, anything, a little RC plane, something like that that's got some heat on it, obviously. Now, interestingly, they've put Black Hot here, and it's showing us white. What does that mean, RC?
It means it's not cold. It's not that hot.
It means it's actually cold. It means it's actually colder than the sea behind it, which is interesting.
By the way, guys, the altitude is the altitude of the plane, not the target.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like our guy's at 25,000 feet. The sea is obviously at 0, mean sea level. And this guy is probably a few hundred feet or meters, this dot, above the sea. And because it's a close angle lens, and because of the way that either our plane is moving in relation to this dot, it makes it look like the sea is moving really fast behind it, right? Do you know what I mean?
Somebody's already done a mathematical calculations on this video. They estimated the target to be about 8,000 feet and the wingspan to be about 1 meter. It's
a perfectly acceptable figures from what I hear there. Interestingly, changed it to white hot and it's black. So the thing is definitely got no heat on it, which is actually probably the weirdest thing here, right? I'm not sure why it's got no heat. Or just the TPOD's not working the way that we're used to it working it, maybe. Yeah, right. So you got a guy, we're moving at 300, 400 knots, up at 25,000 feet, true speed. This thing's moving. Hang on, let me just look where the camera's going.
Oh, okay.
I can't work out how fast it's moving. Plus, we've got the angle of what we're moving towards it or away from it. So I can't work out how fast that's going. But it's going at a speed. And then the background is whizzing behind in the background because of the difference in the position of our aircraft to that dot there. And the fact that that dot is actually high up. It looks like it's right below the sea, but it's actually thousands of feet up, I'd imagine. That would be my analysis of that. And anything you want to add to that, RC?
Yeah, so the camera's 53 degrees off left and 32 degrees down from the horizon. So that's where you're getting that angle.
Roger. You could sit and draw a picture of it, a 3D picture of it. You could actually work out where everything is, but I don't think anyone actually cares.
There's a guy that did that.
Anyways, it is what it is. It's clearly a gull-sized thing. And that's what I would expect to see. Just the heat's a bit weird, but okay, we'll leave that there. Here's the thing on the lens and the inverted picture, which is weird. From before, I haven't seen this one. Let's just go and have a look. Sorry, number 3. It's a fuzzy thing. We're on narrow. We're on 20,000 barometric on beat out. We're in white hot. We're in IR. And why did he get bigger? What did he do to get bigger? Let's just look at that. Where is his field? Where is his zoom level? Where is his zoom level? There it is. You see zoom there. Zoom 1, zoom 2, zoom Let's carry on that. And it's changed to, so it's white hot at the moment. So that thing is actually cold, whatever it is. Whereas our angle, so it's 2 degrees right of, so it's ahead of us. Where's the situational awareness Q? Interestingly, our SAQ is not on here for some reason. And it's 5 degrees down. So we're actually chasing this thing. You can tell where it is. We're at 20,000 feet. We're chasing this thing. And it's 5 degrees down. So it's kind of bore sight. And it kind of wiggles about a bit. So it does look like an airborne target. Unlike the squidge thing wasn't wiggling. So that was a part of the lens. This is actually being tracked. I think. I may be wrong.
Is it?
Do you see how it wiggles about, though? If it was on the lens, I wouldn't expect it to wiggle. And it seems like the natural track of a thing. I mean, what it is, you got no way of knowing. It's just a thing they've seen in the sky. An airliner. There's nothing really of any. There's nothing to compare it against here.
Yeah.
I know that we're chasing it, and that's all I know. So these guys will go round, and they'll have, I guess, an hour or 2 hours of practice in this TPOD, and they're going to lock onto things like this. It's good practice for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Different zooms, because it's trying to, lock onto different things, and it's flown out of things. So they're all perfectly normal things, objects. They just look interesting. There's nothing else to say on that. But that was the most ridiculous video I've ever done. But I hope that was fun. I'll see you later. Bye.